First time by. Do we get it from Jason Burgess? We do. We're racing 50 deep in senior light through turns 1 and 2.
What a start for Little Sizzle there on the inside. He's going to try to get around Caleb Gaffera there, and I think he might make it stick. Further back, they're side by side all the way throughout the field. One driver way off the racetrack there. That is, I couldn't really get a number there. I think it might have been one of the 211 machine there. No, that was Jamie Stropko there on the 111, sorry, going way off the racetrack through turn number 5 and 6. Whoa, what a hit there. Cameron Reed has pounded the outside wall.
Big impact there for the young lady, and she is now stuck behind the tire wall. Malcutt's going to fall to maybe 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th. Overback's alongside. Lloyd behind him. They'll be okay as there's yellows waving, green flag waving for most of your field, though. Back to it.
It obviously varies depending on where you are on the racetrack. And for Colin Warren and Caleb Gaffera, they had a bit of a gap to the likes of McKeithen, but the BJR PPK driver there has pulled himself back into the mix, and one pass has made a 2-car breakaway, a much larger train. Colin Warren referred to him in the interview yesterday as a teammate. Those are two guys that are buddies on and off the racetrack. They share setups with each other, and now with Amundsen charging through the field, he might be able to find his buddy there later on in this one.
Dylan Amundsen and Colin Warren have, when they've worked together, that kind of bond stays between chassis brands intense in the pits, that you know that's someone that you can work with, that you can you want up at the front with you, as we've got someone into the wall. That is the 0-2 Coyote slamming the tire barrier, and it's also collected Eli Fox. Cade Yeager, the rookie, trying to work his way forward on the gold and gray. Here's two teammates making a little bit of contact. That's not what you want to do, boys. Lucas Theck, James Overbeck, wheel to wheel, and Overbeck finally gave way, but I don't think he's willing to work with the 52. He's going to go by him right here. Turn 1, inside, make sure to get it done this time, and Colin Aitken will follow suit.
Aitken's going to go through, and Amundsen around the outside. It becomes the inside for 5. He was up to P6, down to 10th, and for Overbeck, you see him give the signal to Colin Aitken. Colin Aitken ignores it completely. He's going to go through now to 5th, and I think Aitken can see what we're seeing on our screen right now. The fighting up front is beginning to ensue, and
through the grid corner now with the gap, probably the biggest one from the lead, thanks to another pass. This time, Colin Warren, Owen Lloyd right back in on him with a quick answer. These two drivers never really seem to, in my opinion, collide. Of all the usual contenders at the front of the field, I haven't really felt like I've called a race, Alex, that Owen Lloyd and Colin Warren have been in a disagreement.
So to actually see some hand signals from Colin Warren is pretty new to me. I mean, he's a driver that we know can get frustrated at times. Gaffera, Malkowit, Warren. Here goes McKeithen back through to the inside on Warren. Warren's going to let him have it there.
Pulling away just a little bit from the field earlier, but now they've been reeled in. Chris McKeithen trying to follow Malkowit through. Can he get by for second? He can't. Gaffera slots back into line. Now a great setup, a great over-under. Oh, that was clean.
We've seen enough off-road action throughout the weekend with drivers cutting the corner to evade some chaos. That is something that we haven't really discussed. The leaders potentially going through dirt sometimes and grip levels being lower than expected.
Yeah, this is going to be an early exit, obviously, for Brickley, not running in the final race of the day.
Aitken has brought Brickley through. Amundsen's going to get into the mix here momentarily. There goes Warren. There goes Lloyd on Gaffera. There goes Aitken, and Brickley, he wants to make it 3 wide here. The 88 machine up and over the curbing. The only problem is he's on the outside, and Gaffera won't let it slide.
No, he will not. And Caleb Gaffera from leading this race early on. Now he's going to wave Brickley by. I think a little bit upset.
Through the S's there, Brickley holds on. To me, if I'm Brickley, Gaffera kind of just showed his hand a little bit early. You know now, if you're the 88 machine, those MGMs behind you are not going to work with you.
Some immature driving from two very mature drivers there in first and third, and one young driver displaying a lot of maturity in second. But sadly, I think the veterans are not going to let him stay that close to the lead. Isaac Malcutt, talk about a dirt track moment there. Big bounce through the grass.
Unfortunately, the bleeding might continue here. Brickley through, Amundsen through, and like you mentioned, Xander, when you go through the dirt, it takes a couple corners to get all that clag off your tire. Now up front, a lap and a half to go. Warren slightly defensive through the sweeper corner. Further back, Feck through a Malquit.
Oh!
Cade Yeager hard into the wall. And whoa, a big hit further back. That's Will Lawler.
Yeah, and he's going to collect one of the LGKs, the 342 involved. Back up front, the MGMs are going to work. Colin Warren to the second spot, Lloyd to the lead, but Colin Aitken couldn't follow. And could you script this any better? The year Christopher McKeithen got his Grand Nats win, Colin Warren was the driver that kind of, I think, got bit the most by McKeithen's teammates, specifically James Overbeck. And Colin's kind of had it out for the Coyotes. He's been looking to have any other brand maybe help and win. In the Grands last year, Henry Wheeler and him shook hands across the line. But he's going to need maybe McKeithen's help to keep Colin Aitken at bay and give him a fighting shot at Owen Lloyd. Half a lap to go. Last time to the grid corner. Lloyd blocks low. McKeithen is going to give Colin an opportunity to tuck back in. Last turn. Where do you go? 6 deep. McKeithen to the white line. Owen Lloyd with an over-under. Here comes Colin Aitken to give him some help. Here's Brickley to the line. Lloyd wins in senior light, and it's another 1-2 for the MGM South Georgia Karting boys.